Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktails, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Pussy Punch. The ingredients you need are some oranges, some pomegranate seeds, some pomegranate juice, some cranberry juice, and some vanilla extract. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to slice those oranges and you're going to cut the slices in half, combine the oranges, the pomegranate seeds, and the pomegranate juice, the orange juice and the cranberry juice, and a little bit of the vanilla together in a punch bowl or whatever type of bowl, and mix, refrigerate for 2 to 3 hours. Before serving, add soda and gently stir. So you can make that just a drink without any alcohol, or you can be like me and add some rum or maybe some vodka. Lately these days, I've been liking the vodka because I heard it's healthy for you. So add a little vodka, add a little rum, and then top it off with some Prosecco, and you have Pussy Punch. I was out with one of my girlfriends, and she was like, girl, just get vodka and soda. It has less calories than any other alcohol. That's what I meant by healthy.
Less calories, yes. But I'm like, healthy, girl, what you think you get some antioxidants?
Vodka's just so nasty.
Yeah, it's definitely a lower cal option.
It is.
You what?
I said vodka's just so nasty
by itself. But what I do appreciate about vodka is how well it goes with so many other things. And so you can have this damn fruit punch, put some vodka in it, and get lit. You know, I like it.
Yeah,
I like the Moscow.
Yeah, you can definitely hide
That's
the flavor.
Okay, welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys. What's been up, Medinah?
Hey, y'all. Girl, we just spoke yesterday and the day before. I've been busy. Today was very busy. I'm just going to say
Medinah
that.
is not excited to speak to me again.
We
just spoke yesterday and the day before that, bitch. How many times you going to ask me?
Today was just one of them struggle days where, and I know y'all probably annoyed with us keep saying this, I'm not getting enough sleep and there's just not enough hours in the day to complete everything. And I feel like I'm like spreading myself thin, but right now I just have to do that. And so sometimes it just gives me this attitude and I'm trying to like be like, this is just the life that you got to do right now, but everything's good. What about you, Kiki? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I kind of feel the same way. It's like certain times of the year, you just really have to buckle down and like work yourself to the bone just so that I want to be able to enjoy the holiday next week. Mm-hmm. People better not be asking me for shit next week. So I'm getting it done now. Now I have to bust my ass.
Noted.
You know, so that's why I'm like, okay, I need these ads, girl, because we got to push them back. I'm trying to do this. I just want to be able to enjoy and be present. I've been vlogging, I've been working, I've been doing all kind of stuff every day. When I get to Texas and I see my mom and my nieces, my siblings, my stepdad, my brother-in-law, everybody, I want to be there and be in the moment.
I feel
that's
you
what
on
Christmas
that.
is for. So
be in the moment. Put your phone down.
Yeah, unless we're doing our Instagram photo shoots because everybody's on board for that. So look out for our post. Well, you would have seen our post by the time you hear this. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Today, I was rushing, trying to mail out packages. So, a few episodes ago, I told y'all I got stuff sent to me. I didn't know what I was keeping for myself. I didn't know what I was sending to other people. I sent my book club members, some of them gifts that won at our holiday happy hour. So I thought that today was the last day to ship things out for it to arrive by Christmas. It is actually Friday the 18th, not Thursday the 17th. So I was running around like a crackhead. I have so much espresso running through my veins right now, only to finish it all and be like, tomorrow is the deadline.
At least it's done, though.
The shit is done. I still
at least
got 50
it's done.
more
You have a
things
free
to do.
Friday. Yeah, at least it's
I don't have a
you
free
got
Friday.
it done.
I just don't have to do that on Friday.
Yeah, at least it is done.
Yeah,
I like when
everything
stuff
is
like that
good.
happens, when you rush to get something done and you're like, oh, dang, I had another day, but it's done. This week we have Antoine Morgan. Antoine, we learned a little bit about you, that you have kind of been to prison, that you are the shortest person to compete in the NFL regional thingy-mabob, and you have some celebrity girlfriends or had, and you dabble in acting. We can't wait to get to know you, Antoine.
Before we get to know you a little bit better, we are going to I'm going to tell y'all some stuff that I found for weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So this week's Weird Sex, I just want to remind y'all, it's not safe everywhere. And I found this article. I was looking at some stuff. You know how I fall into these black holes on the internet. I was looking at some stuff about human trafficking, right? Because, you know, it's rampant. People aren't just stealing your Amazon packages and your gifts. They're still snatching up kids. And it's all kind of stuff going on. And different countries, you know, have different laws and things to regulate sex offenders. In Pakistan, guess what they're about to start doing
What?
to sex offenders?
Cutting their
They're about
balls
to start
off.
basically, but they're going to do it with chemicals instead of just slicing it off with a machete. Yes. And that is a lot, but that's one of the countries where a lot of women do not speak up. The men get away with stuff all of the time because they are the ones that are protected. It's one of those places that's super conservative. You know, a lot of shit is just not so great over there, but yeah, they're about to start chemically castrating people. So I just
As
thought
they
I'd put
should.
y'all on
I'm
notice
glad.
that the world is changing. Yeah. Chemicalize those balls, okay? Burn them up from the inside parts.
I wish they would do
Keep your
more things like
penises
that
to yourself.
In the U.S. when people get in trouble for certain things.
Some
We're
more
cutting your
barbaric
hands
things.
off. Yeah, we're cutting your hands off, your lips, everything. You're getting snip, snip,
That
snap.
tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Let's get
eyes.
it.
Looking at child porn, your eyes gotta go because you don't know what to do with them.
You don't know. And then not only do your eyes have to go, you have to eat them in eye drop soup.
Ooh.
Yep.
You said eye drop soup like egg drop soup?
Yes.
Got to be more careful. Yes.
All right, Antoine, we are
Watch
going
those
to
eyes
play
before they
a
end up in
game
that
with
soup.
you that we play on Cocktales. It's
Let's do
called
it.
I'm Curious to Know. So we have curated some questions just for you, and you'll just give us an answer. Kiki, you want to go first?
All right.
Yes. I'm curious to know, how tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Wow.
Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at me?
I forgot the camera was
I'm
on.
5'1".
You're the only one laughing.
Was
Why
I?
you doing me like that?
I'm not
You must
laughing.
be like 5'11" or 6 foot or something.
Sometimes Medina just laughs. She has a really nice
can't
smile.
help it.
I
It's
think
a
she likes
nervous
to look at
laugh.
her teeth. But it's a nice smile, so you know.
5'1".
Okay,
We
your
have some
turn.
questions about that later. Okay. I'm curious to know, what is the best date that you think you've planned for a woman?
I would have to say like a picnic. The picnic date I did before.
Do you remember the specific picnic
The
date?
picnic
did
was
you-
dope.
Yeah.
Shit, I did so many of them.
So that's
Let me think.
your
No, I'm
signature.
So that's like your go-to. You're like,
No, I'm
oh,
joking.
bitch.
No, seriously. No. No, actually, I live in Atlanta, so I did like a little picnic date over in like Piedmont Park. So it was like super dope. Like if you go to Piedmont Park, like and sit like on this like little hill, you can like see the city. And like,
What did you
it's
pack
just
in the
dope.
picnic basket?
That's what I would like to know. And did you have a traditional picnic
Um,
basket? Like a cute one?
Don't do it. Listen,
Or Subway
don't-
sandwiches.
Listen, Hey yo, why did you hit that dead on though? I'm dead ass. It was like almost close to Subway sandwiches though. Almost very very close. But however, they were not from Subway, but
From
they were like little
Publix?
sandwiches and it was
I love a good
was
pub
from
sub.
Publix.
Now
God.
listen, I love a
Hold
pub
on, wait, hold the
sub.
hell up. Did your girl tell you about this?
Absolutely not. I don't know anybody who knows you, but it's funny
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
one of the worst dates I ever went on that I talked about on the show, the dude took me to Piedmont Park for a food truck festival and he stopped to get some sandwiches on the way. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is a horrible date. But okay. So you had sandwiches. Maybe that was her thing. You had sandwiches. You sat on the hill outside. Hopefully it wasn't like a hot July day.
It was kind of hot, but we had a good time. It was a little.
Did you have
hot,
a bottle of
not too
wine?
super hot, but we had a good time. It was like I did. I had wine. I had Stella Rose, the wine.
Stella Rose.
Don't do me like that. I had Stella Rose.
Y'all must not be
Don't
drinkers.
do me
Y'all
like
aren't drinkers.
that.
That is apple cider.
I had Stella,
That is apple
Stella
cider
Rose.
juice.
Listen, listen.
I am tickled
Look,
pink.
don't knock me. Stella Rose. I had the sandwiches, and I had the fruit.
But bro, this was the best date that you've ever planned for a woman.
That's
This
the
sounds like a
best one that
last
you
minute.
planned?
No, you know what? Let me tell you. Listen. Let me tell you why it was the
Okay.
best date. So many people, I feel like a lot of women nowadays are like so extra. You know what I mean? And it was just the simple things that counted. You can tell, like, just messing with the girl. Now, could I have done things more at that time? Possibly. And this was a couple years ago. I wasn't where I'm at today.
What made you pick that,
So
though?
I made
Like, did she say she's always wanted a picnic in the park? Is she always at the park? Does she love that meal?
No, we had a previous conversation, and she said, like, because I like nature and she do too. So I had just like brought it up, and she was like, "Let's do it." And I ain't never been on no picnic before. I ain't no guy ever been on a picnic. So I'm like, let's do
Okay,
it.
well,
We had a good time. It was cool. It was like it was something like we got to know each other, and like I said, she wasn't being like extra. And like I respect a lot of guys that do that, because at the time, like I said, I wasn't in the position I'm in today.
what do you mean? Like money?
Well, yeah, like that. I would say. But I can't even say that, because like a year later, then end up being in a very great position. But I don't think it really was the money. It was just that it ended up being dope though. You know what I'm saying? Like I liked it. It was fun, to me. But yeah, she had a good time. I had a good time, and I was able to get to know her. She wasn't extra and wasn't trying to go to the most fanciest restaurant, do all this extra stuff. And,
I don't think that's extra,
you know,
but that's a
you
story for
appreciate
another
women like
day.
that nowadays.
I have my next I'm curious to know question already.
Yeah, I think that's really, really extra.
Okay. That was your question?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. So it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know,
Oh,
what
man.
is this extra that you keep saying? What do you mean when a woman is extra?
So, you just got a lot of women. I feel like if a woman see a guy, like, so nowadays, like everybody's on social media being like, when I say extra, meaning like flashing this, doing that,
Flashy.
all this other extra shit. Yeah, flashy.
Okay.
So a lot of women will see this particular guy and expect, like, if you date, for example, we'll say the baby, little baby, whatever these rapper things is nowadays. So you date the baby. First thing a woman's gonna think, he got money because he's a rapper and this is what he
And he
flashes.
holds up the
It's
bags of money
bigger
on
than-
Instagram, literally.
Well, I don't think
Exactly.
that that's a
They
great
do.
example, because you're using somebody who's a flashy person. Let's say somebody sees you.
But who's not?
Lots of people
But
are
who's
not
not flashy?
flashy.
But I
I don't
thought
know
we were
too.
talking
You know,
about
social
women
media,
being
everything.
extra.
I'm talking about women being extra. So it's like, let's take the men out of the equation. If you met a woman and you called her extra, what would make you call her extra? Is it because she's asking you to spend money on her? Is it because she has these high expectations as far as what she wants to look like? Is it
Or
just
eat?
an over the top popular personality? Like, what exactly do you mean? What are some
I'm
examples
curious to
of
know
that?
too. Because you
Because
said it
people
like 10
use
times.
that
So-
word, but it's such like a blanket statement. Like, what's extra? Some people might call a girl extra because she's loud and she's like a little bit obnoxious, and it's just like a vocal thing. It has nothing to do with money. It's just her personality is super extra. So,
Yeah. I mean, you could.
So
say,
what are
I
you
mean,
What do
saying
you
now?
say?
yeah.
There's different levels to being. It's different levels of being extra when you're talking about females. You got women that's out here. To me, with all the fake bodies. Nothing against them. You know, I feel like that's extra. To be honest, you got a lot of women out here in social media with Gucci and this and that. They do the same things the guys do. So it's like, it just depends. Like, it's just levels of stuff. And it's like, if you date a girl, as a guy, you're smart enough to know if a woman is into you for your money or into you for you. And if a guy don't know that, then they stupid. Like, that makes no sense. Like, you should
I guess
know.
I'm trying to understand.
But-
You circle back to money a lot, but when you start off, you don't
Yes.
say anything about money. You're talking about fake bodies, and I don't. What does that have to do with?
There's different levels. There's different levels. of women being extra. You asked me what makes women extra, and I
So
said
what are
like
the
it could
levels?
be
What's
money.
level 1 extra? Is it different
Body. He
levels, or
said
is it different
bodies.
things, different categories?
Or is it really just the women that want the money and men don't have it at the time, and so it makes you a little bit uncomfortable or upset? Because
Or is
that's
it
really
somebody
every
who
time I
wants
have
more
this
than what you're
conversation, that's
willing
how
to
I feel like
give?
that's what it really is.
Listen. No. No. So listen, no, I'm gonna tell you. So it's a difference. Like, if you a guy that don't have the money, then I guess you can say that. But if you're a guy that has the money, you're gonna go for a specific type of woman. And when you go for that specific type of woman, if you go out on a date with her, you can automatically see where she's going with it. If she's on some stuff like I want to go here and I want to go here, like no, because then that's a woman that's into you for
So
your
let's
money.
say like a
we're
woman,
jumping
you're going to
around.
take a woman on a date and she's like, you're like, I'm going to take you to dinner. And she's
Yes,
like, I would like to
right.
go to Umi. Are we saying that because she likes high-end restaurants, she is wanting to take your money? What if she goes there on her own? What if she's just doing what she knows?
I don't think that. I want to move on so we don't spend the whole time in the game and we can get back into this as a discussion. But I feel like you didn't really answer it, because I'm asking you still, what does extra mean? And you keep saying there's different levels to it, but we've gotten no levels. We've just gotten, like what I said in the beginning, it's a blanket statement that you're using for
But
these women who are
you're,
too much in
you're
some
right.
area for what you
I,
want.
I feel like you're right, but
Thank you.
it's hard to understand. It's hard to understand when you're a female and I'm a guy.
It's just
So
hard to
if I
understand when
was
you
putting
don't
up,
use words and you're speaking super generic instead of giving specific
no,
examples. Because I think if
no,
somebody looks like too much, they're extra, is what you're saying. If they ask for too much, they're extra. If they don't want you for you, they're extra. Everything that's
no,
outside of what you want.
it's just a demeanor. No, that's not
That's the
true.
examples
It's
you
a
used.
demeanor. No, that's not. It's
It's
just
a rough
different levels. I mean,
conversation.
certain women can be extra when it comes to certain things. It's not like you can have a girl that has a great body that's not extra. It's personality. Personality just goes a long way. It just
So you
depends.
just want to
You can
make
have like I
sure
said, you can have
that
a
you
girl
have a
Right.
humble woman who does not look like she has money and is not even interested in having a piece of yours.
No, that's not. No, that's not. No. It's not that. It's just that personalities just go a long way. It's hard to explain. Like
You
it's
want
a it's just
somebody
a
who has
person.
some depth, maybe, instead of everything being superficial. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, like
We'll just move on.
I guess.
maybe
The
we'll come to you
next-
later.
The next question. I'm curious to know,
Yes.
who was the last woman's DMs you slid in?
I don't know. Some light skin girl. I don't know.
Oh,
Just some random like IG model.
did it go well for you?
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Oh, you just be slipping and sliding, huh?
Slip and slide,
No,
taken
just
to
that
the
one
house.
time.
I'm curious to
No,
know,
it
when you
just
slide in
depends.
somebody's DMs, what do you say? Like, what's your go-to pickup line? I know I put this shit on Do Not Disturb.
I really don't have one. I just basically.
So what'd you say in the last message that you sent? Can you look and read it to us?
I was just about to say, can you pull it up real quick?
Yeah.
I'm curious. to
Exhibit
know.
A. This is what I said in that light-skinned bitches, well, light-skinned
And
girls.
don't be lying. We can see the reflections.
Oh my god! I don't even.
She ain't messaged you back?
I get the corniest shit in my
Of course.
DMs.
But I be deleting stuff after I talk
Why?
to them. though.
You got a
Do you
girlfriend?
think somebody's going to screenshot
That's
you?
right.
So-
Are you married?
So I said.
Are you married?
So I said, no, I just said, hey, how are you? And she said, what's up? But basically, and asked her where she is from. She said she's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto
It was just normal. I said I was
Rico.
in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And she said, you know what I'm saying? How you been? And then it kind of went a day because I was busy. And then
So
So you're a
using
civilized
She said,
slider. You're a civilized slider. You're not one of those like, dang, your booty
I was-
looking
we weren't
juicy
back
on
and-
that. Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
That's good. You're
The little wet
And we-
emojis.
yeah. Some of the stuff that men say in my
Nah.
DMs, I'm like, did you read
Blocked.
this before you sent it? Yeah. Like, bro, you couldn't have possibly ever thought that you were really going to get somewhere with this statement.
It's just I ain't nah. It was just regular, like what's up, chit chat, hit her the next day. That was it. Give me
I
a
was
number and
hoping
that
for
was all.
something that I could use myself. Flip it around. Nice little line. Thought you're gonna have something
I
creative.
need some game. I need some game from y'all. Like y'all need to tell me what I need to do.
Well,
like how you know.
Well, I don't know.
First
I'll
you
tell you
need
at
to
the end if we can
define
help
extra.
Because right now it's not looking good.
Yeah, I'm
that's
like, we
where
still are
gotta
stuck with the
start.
extra. We might not really. We might be extra.
I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, don't be talking about my extra.
Well, we're not. We're just
You
confused
are.
about it. That's all.
I'm allowed to.
We just wanted some clarity. But
know
I
what I
have
mean?
noticed when people have these discussions about dating and men spending money and women looking extra, no one can really say exactly what the problem is. I think I know what it is, but people don't really want to be honest about it.
I think
But that's
so, too.
another episode.
They
for
don't want to
another
say it
day.
out loud.
Right.
No, tell me no. I want to know. Like, what do you think it is? I really want to know.
That's a whole other episode because we will spend the whole rest of our 45 minutes talking about it. But let's talk about you for a little
Just
bit.
say his levels and stuff.
Let's talk about you for a little bit. So that was our I'm curious to know game. I love that game because it always sparks conversations. So I was reading up about you, saw that you went to prison for a little bit. I was curious to know, we're not playing the game anymore, but why did you go to prison?
Just being crazy, drugs and stuff like that.
Doing them or selling them?
No, feds. I went to the feds for selling drugs, just doing stuff. I did state and feds, actually. I did both.
Oh, so you were moving that
What
heavy
was that?
weight.
Being bad. No, I was just being bad. It's a product of your own environment. You grew up in that type of environment. You look out to certain people.
Were you scared when you went to jail or prison? Yeah.
To be
like, it's all these big ass scary niggas in there. I would be scared.
No, it's not what people actually think. I mean, it
I'm
is,
about
but
to
it
say,
ain't.
now hold up.
You're right, because we don't have a prison bay on here before.
Okay, he told us for real.
He told us the truth.
No, it's all on how you carry yourself. No, it's just on how you carry yourself. Everybody's situation is different. The feds was like cool, and then I went upstate, and state was a little rough, but it's not like, oh, he's small, so I'm a mess line. It's not like that. It don't get down. It's how you carry yourself.
You must have people in there.
You must have had friends, or you're funny. Nah. Are you funny? Because my friend, he was like, I was the funny nigga. That's how I got out of, basically getting my booty taken.
Who said like?
Are you funny?
Listen, whoa. He said,
no, I'm asking you. Are you funny?
I'm a funny guy, but I wasn't funny in jail.
This is gonna sound random, but I have a reason for asking this. When you were growing up, did your family try to encourage you to be funny, to be the funny guy, and crack jokes on people? No? Oh, okay.
No.
I asked because
why? Because I'm like short like Kevin Hart, and I need to be a funny guy.
And I'm short. I'm a little bit taller than you, but I'm short. And when when my brother was little, I don't know why it keeps getting blurry. When my brother was little, my mom used to be afraid that he was going to be short. So she was like, people going to make fun of you. That's just what happens when you're a short guy. So she wanted to make sure that he grew up and was funny. And she was like, you need to learn how to crack jokes so that people don't be fucking with you. So I was just wondering if you got that same advice, but you didn't. It's all good. Did you ever try to get a girlfriend while you were in prison, or did you already have one?
No, I had one. I had one when I was in jail. And then I had to let her go because she cheated.
You had to let her go?
That's kind of what happened. How did that go?
Yeah.
Like, did you really expect her to not be fucking around with nobody else?
Me go. Nigga, I'm letting you go.
No, but she actually to this day, like, if you all can never find her, she regrets it. She regretted it, to this day. Because I kept trying to tell her, when I come home, I'm going to be, every guy says when they come home, they're going to do this and do that, and they don't. And I got to understand she was feeling that, like, this dude's tripping. And she just did her own thing. So I wasn't mad at her. I had time to do. I didn't expect her to do the time with me. But I expected her to actually be, like, faithful. And that just
How did you even find out that she was cheating?
Yeah, who snitched?
Who was snitching?
No, this is the funny part. Hear me out. This is the funny part. So in prison, you find out shit very quick in prison. Like, prison gets stuff before we get shit out here. But somebody had told me that she was out riding around and she was with a known, like a kind of a known guy in our city, and yeah, and they said it was, you know, kicking her or whatever. When
I just
told
feel like
asked her about
you.
it, she denied it like hell.
That's rude to tell somebody who's locked up that their significant other is cheating on them. Like, I'm already locked up, bro. I don't even want to know. Let me live in my fairy tale. I can't even do nothing. I can't call. I can't text.
So after
was-
you let her go, did you start signing up for those websites where you can meet somebody out here and get like a pen pal, and sometimes they put money on your books and stuff, like on Love After Lockup?
No, actually, the funny part is I ended up getting this celly that I had, and he was like a lad king, little Spanish guy from Philly, from Badlands, and basically his sister, like, I went on a visit, and he went on a visit, and his sister seen me, and was like, "Who's that?" That's my celly. And that was it. But every time I went on a visit, like, it's funny. I talk about my height, but this is funny though, because I go on a visit and like everybody's mom was like, "Oh my God, who's that? He's somebody's baby. Like, what did he do? Like, who is that little boy?" Like, ah. So they're just like, you know, a lot of women, a lot of like girls was liking me when I, you know, came out on the visits and shit. So I was okay. I could have got a girl.
Does that make you upset when people always comment on your height?
No, no. I got a lot. My height helped me in life.
How?
Wow.
How so?
I feel like growing up in high school, like it's kind of similar to like what you were saying, you know, like when I was growing up, people will make fun of you, you know, but I was like small, but I was always strong, you know, and I was very fast. So I had to use all of that and think about something to do. So I started getting into sports. And with sports comes females. And when you're really good at sports, females start to come.
You know what?
It wasn't.
That reminds me of Pooh.
And that's how.
Remember Pooh, Medinah?
Pooh. He was. I wonder where
Do you
he's
know
at right now
Pooh?
in life.
He played football
No,
in
I don't
high
know who that
school.
is.
He went to prison.
He went to Pooh went to
Oh,
prison.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Lil
He went to prison,
Pooh.
girl. He out
Free
though.
my
He's
nigga
out.
Lil Pooh. Oh.
He free now. But yeah, he went to prison. He played sports, but it got him attention. He stayed with the girls. Very similar situation. Yeah.
He was a little nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, that had a lot to do with it. But you know, I was always told like I was nice looking. I was just short. That's it. Girls like, you're fine. You're just short. So yeah, I mean that worked. I was decent looking, and I was able to get girls, and you know,
Because that's what it's all about, right? Can I still get a girl?
no, it really wasn't. But it, you know, as a guy growing up, you know, it was fun, and I wasn't the player type, so it was even more fun.
And you're faithful. That's great.
I wouldn't say all
He
that.
didn't say that. He just said he wasn't a player type.
I am now, but back then I don't know.
Does prison? So you get out. You go to prison for 4 years. You get out of prison. You start dating again. Whenever you did start dating again, did that past like create an issue when you brought that up to people? Because I know when I'm dating someone, if they bring up, you know, I was locked up, I'm instantly like, my booty hole gets tight, and I'm like, God damn, he needs a place to live, or he needs me to help him get a job.
Mm-hmm. He needs me to co-sign some or sign
Gonna
something.
need, he needs a rental car. I can't do this.
No, what do you mean? It was rough, man. It was definitely hard, but I ended up dating a woman that I ended up having a child with. That was a great person that actually helped me. She helped me the whole way. Like
shout out to her.
I was a guy that had nothing. Like I had nothing, and she like paid for everything.
Wow.
Like, every time we went
You
out,
met her
it was
after
crazy.
you got out or while you were still in?
No, I had got out, and I had ended up, you know, meeting up with her or whatever, and she ended up becoming like a beautiful and great like human being. Like
That's incredible.
Like she really, it's hard to have like find women like that.
So why didn't it work
they look
out?
down on men like that.
What happened? What you do?
Oh well, what happened? No, it's just we were just too different. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't compatible, but the good part is that thank God we ended up having a beautiful child together. So she's always going to be in my life, and she's actually the president of my company.
Wow. So y'all have a good, healthy relationship. That's good.
Yeah, we co-parent very well,
I was gonna add that
and I make sure she got money.
sometimes I
I
feel
make sure she
like
get money because I gotta pay her back.
oh, you're like, "Ooh, you better get on it and get that hype popping."
I gotta pay her back.
When you so speaking of like right when you got out of prison, you had a baby. That makes me think, sex. Obviously, you're not having sex in prison, like unless you
Well,
are fucking one of the guards or
Right.
something, or you're okay with sleeping with men. And I'm assuming you're not. So, do you miss? Did you miss sex? And when you got out, were you like, I need to fuck something?
Nah, that's the crazy part. Like, nah, like I really like jail. Like it, like mentally, like it's almost like when you go to like the military and you have like
we ain't
what's that
been
they say
there.
you catch when you come home from the military.
Me neither. I always wanted to do that
Um,
training.
when you like have flashbacks. But yeah, I had too much on my mind to worry
You were
about.
stressed. You were like, I don't have a place to live. Fuck that pussy. Not literally.
No, I was in a halfway house when I came home. They wouldn't let me come home to my mom's. A lot of racism stuff that was going on at the time, and this is at the time before like racism is like a bigger thing, and we're like really trying to
It's always been big. How old are you?
Right.
no.
Yeah, how old are you?
It's not that no. It's not that it's always been big. It's really more. It's coming out a lot more in media is what I'm saying. Because back then, like no, I was getting the blues from them white probation officers. It was bad. They didn't want to see me succeed. Like they literally told me they wanted me to work at McDonald's instead of me trying to go back and try to like chase my dream playing sports. They're like, nah, got to go to McDonald's. We need like you. We need you on like on pace. Like we need pay stubs.
Mhm.
We need to have a job. And I'm like, okay. And I was trying to get a decent job at a Deco. I went to like little temp agencies. They didn't want that. They like, no, you're gonna work at Burger King. Or I'm like, dang, like for real? Like that's racism at its finest to me. Like, you want an African American black man to work flipping burgers? Like why? Why can't I work at a better job? Didn't make sense. So it's like,
I feel you.
but nowadays it probably still go on, but I feel like a lot nowadays people can take that to the media and they can blow it up now. Like, but back then, like it wasn't like
So
that.
when was
So
this?
a lot of people. I got locked up in 2006 and came home in 2011.
That is a long time. We were still in high school.
Yeah, I'm grown. I'm old.
We were little ripe tots. All right. Well, that's enough prison talk. Even though I just love talking about prison. I watch all the prison shows. Kiki, you know how you love like the reality TV, like the Housewives and the other stuff and all of it. I'm like that with prison shows. Like I watch 60 Days in. Locked Up. Girl, and I've always been like that, obsessed with like prisoners' lives. Like you're really in here. You don't get to see other people. You don't get to see the outside. You got to eat this mushy food.
It sucks. I don't understand that 60 Days In show, because why the fuck would you want to sign up for that? Like, you didn't do a crime. It's one thing to already be in there. You did some shit. You got your ass caught up. Now you're doing your time so that you can re-enter society.
And they really be in there acting like they're prisoners. I'd be cracking
and
up.
then some of them get so caught up in that life. And I'm like, what the fuck
You're
is
in
going
the drama.
on?
You got a girlfriend.
Now, what I like is Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup. Now, I want to see what's going to happen when they come home. And I like to see, this is bad, but I like to see the prisoners scamming these people on the outside. Because I'm just not understanding, and I love to watch, and that's why I asked if you had a little girlfriend or whatever, because some people in the prison system, parole officers and stuff, they will encourage, well, not parole officers, but the officers, what are they called, correction officers, they tell you, you need to get on these websites. There are women out here, men too, but there are people out here who will put money on your books. When you get out, they're going to help you have a place to stay, get you all set up, so you don't have to be out here roughing it. And I know this for a fact,
like
huh?
You really
a pen pal, absolutely, yes. Now, pen pal, you gotta watch the show. It's good.
But see, that's for people that have a lot of time, though. You got to have like 10 or 15 more years.
All those people don't have 10 or 15 years. They had a couple of years, but when you ain't got nobody that's gonna be out there to help you, and you don't have a plan, you're gonna look for that pen pal. You gotta use what you got to get what you want.
Because let me tell you, I would be writing bars. I'm writing songs to send to people.
When do I get access to the computer? When can I start
When
sending
can I
mail?
find my man? Because I need somebody. You know, you get an allotted amount of toilet paper until it's time to get you some more. Like, and if you just run out of toilet paper, you got to start bargaining with people. What? Like,
oh, hell no. See, I already know I wouldn't be able to make it in jail.
I know I would have to be somebody's girlfriend. I would have to. I have to be a girlfriend, or I have to be a snitch to the cops. I would be looking for the biggest, burliest bitch in there. Where's she at?
And don't fuck with me, okay? Because she gonna beat your ass.
All right, Antoine. So,
But that's enough
we
about
wanted
our
to
prison
talk to
fantasies.
you. I can't wait until the day when you guys see Kiki and Medinah Monroe, Cocktails, Dirty Discussions in precinct. Like, we're going to be in a prison doing a live show for the men that don't get to see women. Could you imagine
No, we're
security
not.
surrounded around us? The big
You
lights.
can be in a
We're
prison,
on the other side
being
of the
in a-
glass.
You can go. Girl, please. They better go to youtube.com and see what they can see.
We would wear turtlenecks and bodysuits.
All right. So anyway, Antoine, we want to know about your dating life, your love life now. Now, I'm glad you said you don't get too tired of people always talking about your height, because that was something that we noticed. I saw your YouTube channel. And I saw these videos and I'm like, damn, how tall is he? Because these women are all looking like giants. Now we know 5'1". Okay. So how often is it that you meet women who are shorter than you? I'm just curious.
Oh, that's a good question.
That you're attracted to. Let me add that on there.
There's a lot. There's
But how often do
I
you
live
meet
in Atlanta.
them?
Not often. I don't really just go out just trying to just, holla at females and stuff like that.
Are you single? I missed that part. Right now. It's complicated.
Okay, it's a yes or a no.
Okay,
it's a situation. It's a situation.
Oh,
you said
Jesus.
What?
He said it's a situation.
Oh, Lord, you're toxic. That is what that means. You're toxic.
No,
there's a girl somewhere in the bathtub, in a lukewarm bathtub, crying, listening to Beyonce.
Wait, and hearing me say, "Are you single?" What the fuck did he say?
She
Let me turn it up.
like, she probably turned it off, and her friends were like, "Oh, girl, don't listen." You know, your friends are like, "Don't worry about it. We want to go get drinks." It's bad.
Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad.
Well,
now.
don't do things to make yourself feel bad.
I'm sorry. I got to be honest though. I can't lie. If I lied, that would be.
So why is it a situation? Why isn't it a relationship?
It's complicated. It's just.
Is she not single?
You know why our faces are doing this? Because we are women and we have dealt with multiple fuckboys. We've had our.
I'm just trying to understand.
Had my feelings stomped on, and I've had men say it was a situationship, and I thought it was a relationship.
Oh, no.
I've heard all sorts of things, and I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. So I'm just wondering, when you say, you'll say, I'm not out here meeting other women.
Lies.
I'm not really doing that. Don't believe that. But okay, maybe you're not outside doing it all willy-nilly, but you were just signing the DMs the other day. We didn't forget that tidbit. So
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
During quarantine.
So you could find that message relatively quickly. So it was recent. But anyway, so but you're saying it's a situation. Okay. Not like you meet a woman, you like her, and then all of a sudden you have to be together. I get that. But there's hesitation. So what is it? Is it that you don't want to cut off other women? Do you want to leave your options open? Is she really married and you waiting for her to get divorced? What's tea?
No, it's just life. It's hard to explain. It's just
that has been difficult for you to do today. Is explain.
I'm buying you a dictionary for your birthday or Christmas.
Don't do that. My life.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just my life and her life. You know, when certain people have a certain type of life.
What is your life? Like, what makes it complicated to have a relationship?
Some women.
No, for you. What makes it complicated for you to have a relationship?
Well, it's more complicated for her than it is for me.
So you don't have any complications. It's her.
Correct.
So what is her complication? She don't want.
This is my life. My life itself. Like this.
You just said it wasn't yours. Now, which one is it?
No. I did. Hear me out. Some women do not like to date men that are in that extra like life. Well, I can't say extra.
You can't because you don't know what that means.
Right, because you just said it wasn't that great.
No, I know what it means. I just don't want to accept it. But however,
okay. So what is it about your life? What is it? I feel like you're trying to allude to something. What is it?
No, it's just that for her, like for me, I'm okay. Everything's good on my
What
end.
is she not?
But it's a situation because
Go ahead.
she's not okay with the extra life, like when just being around different people,
Different women.
I'm an actor, and exactly different women, and like
You might be kind of
groupies.
flirty.
You have groupies?
I guess.
So
I would guess so.
Well, you used it. You must have them. So what do the groupies do? What do they say to you? Like, are they sliding
DMs? Like sliding DMs.
So she has had access.
And you
to
respond.
No. It's some. No, some I do, some I don't. Like, but I don't respond to them trying to like holler at them or nothing like that.
So basically, like, she done found some shit out, and she knows that you be out here dipping and dabbling.
No, she didn't find anything out. She knows she just knows my life.
Well, I'm saying woman's intuition is real, and sometimes we do be knowing stuff. Like, we might not have the evidence, but we know that it's happening. And we sound crazy for saying it, but we know that it's happening. I don't even need the evidence. I don't even need it. Right. That's when it turns into a toxic ass situationship, because shit ain't all misunderstood when we fucking. Now now it's clear. Now all of a sudden I go home. You in this? Okay, this is getting real personal for me.
Yeah,
I'm not a cheater though. I never.
Yeah, because y'all not in a relationship. So how can you cheat, huh?
I mean, we are. I look at it like that. We look at it like that.
What's your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius.
Are you a I was just going to say, are you a Sagittarius or a Gemini?
Scorpio.
Same thing. Scorpio.
I'm Scorpio.
I don't know what happens at the end of the year, but shit in the stars ain't right. We asked you. I just want to let the record state that we're not crazy, because we asked you about your relationship status and you gave us some blah, 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 blah. But situation. Now it's a relationship. You look at it like that. You don't cheat. You respond to the groupies, not to holler at them, but just to see if they're going to be more forward and they'll make the first move.
You don't like extra, but you're extra. She don't like your extras, but you don't even like extra. We are Antoine Morgan.
I'm still confused, but I hear a lot of mess. Well, that's good. Be honest. I'm not telling you.
I'm glad you're being honest too. And sometimes honesty can be confusing. You have a great smile. This was great. I don't know. Do we have time to touch on the other topics, or should we move on to Indecisive Diane? What do you think, Key?
Let's go ahead and move on to Indecisive Diane.
Okay.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane. Sorry, I was literally just checking my face. I just got finished sucking my man's dick. Here's what I want you to do this week. I want you to show your man some appreciation. New year, new dick sucking skills. Get on those knees, ladies. Happy New Year.
All right, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for the advice. Remember, if you would like to ask us a question on the show, then you can send it in to askcocktails@gmail.com, and maybe we'll read it on the show. I have the hiccups, and this is about to hurt. You got one pulled up?
I do. I have one pulled up, and I believe this is from a man. So this is great, because we don't really have a lot of men on the show, Antoine. We should do it more often. We always love to like bicker and argue with them. Okay. Hi, ladies. Let me start by saying that y'all have been helping me dive into the female sex world and understand it a lot better. So thank you for that. You're welcome. So I am a 6'3" black, 220-pound man, and I deal with size insecurities. My penis is 5.9 inches. And it looks small, especially for a man my size. Oh, he's really explaining. People see a black, tall man and immediately think big dick. Oh, this is sad. And I listen to your podcast and others, and everyone says the same. I need a big dick. Well, we don't be saying that. So
we don't be saying that. So I don't know what you heard.
Even though I am not that blessed in size, I try to compensate with my stroke, my tongue, and my fingers. I have to admit that I have been with women of all shapes and sizes, and I have not had any complaints. Actually, I've had a lot of praises, but for some reason, I cannot shake this insecurity that I have. I don't show my insecurities to women, especially if we have not had sex yet, because I know that that is a major turnoff. And in the bedroom, I completely forget about the insecurities too. But whenever I have to walk up to a woman and talk to her and take her home, I think 3 or 4 times before I do it. Do you have any tips on how I can shake this insecurity away? I love y'all. I would really appreciate if y'all answered this. I'm going to let the man in the room go first.
That's hard. Oh, that's so sad. That's messed up, man.
What would you say if your homeboy was like, I really have like an insecurity about my penis size? Like, thank God for women.
Tape measure.
What I'm doing now is just looking down at my hands. But no, seriously. I don't. Gosh, that's sad. I don't know, man. I mean, let's tell them to keep throwing these.
Okay, well, here's what I will say, big man, small dick. I think you have to treat this like any other type of insecurity. There are beautiful women out here who everyone tells them they're beautiful. They don't feel like they're beautiful when they look in the mirror. And we're all like, how could you feel that way? You're saying that you don't have the complaints, but you got to make yourself feel it. So I feel like you should stand in the mirror, pull your pants down. Don't just be standing there in a big t-shirt. Be naked. So swing your dick around in a circle and tell yourself, I have a big dick. I don't have complaints. I have a beautiful dick. I am worthy.
But how would it go? How's it gonna go around in a circle if it's
5.5? What did he say? 5.6
inches? That's not that small.
Almost. It's really not that small. I just looked at it.
Honestly, how big is this can?
I don't know, but so a sheet of paper is like 11 inches. So if I fold it in half, that's 5.5 inches, right? So that's like one hand, and it's going to disappear in my hand. But it's not that small. The problem is you're a big guy, so it's going to look smaller. It is. But the women are not complaining. So like Medina said, you got to get it in your head. I don't think you should tell yourself you have a big dick, because then you're going to be confused, because that's not big. But that's okay. You're already doing what you need to do. You're just going to have to.
And the first step is recognizing. I love that you acknowledge.
You got to be okay with not having a big dick. It is really okay. You said that you listen to our show and you hear all these people. You're hearing things. That's your insecurity speaking, because we don't be saying that. Especially,
we never say that.
Not me.
Yeah, we would actually prefer not to have a big old huge
5.9 inches sounds good. Yeah. I could deep felt that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do a lot more with a smaller way. And you're already overcompensating in other areas. You are doing the right things. You're doing the right things. I appreciate it. And I'm sure the women do too.
Yeah, and you said, you're doing great with oral and your fingers and everything else. That is really what you do to make up for it. Maybe you could buy them some gifts, but hey.
If you still getting pussy, the women are not really tripping. Now, they might tell you it's good, but if they don't come back, if there's no repeats, then they might be lying. But if they're repeating, you're fine. Just relax. Worry about other things. Easier said than done, but it's gonna be like the little girl in that movie. You are smart, you are kind, you are beautiful, or whatever the fuck they say. You just have to tell yourself that. Your medium-sized dick, it's not even little. Your medium-sized dick is fine. Just one thing I will say, do not pull out a Magnum. If you pull out a Magnum, you asking to get roasted, because that's unnecessary. You're not fooling anybody when you pulled out the gold pack. It's cool.
And you also might not want to be one of them niggas that like talks during sex. Like, you like this dick, huh? You might not be ready for the answer, so just be quiet.
What? just in case. Don't be calling it big. Yeah. Praise the woman, and she's gonna come back to you with some good stuff.
There we go. Wow, that was a really great advice letter.
Yeah. I just really want to know where you heard that we be liking big dicks like that. I need to reiterate some things. Okay. This one, just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Okay. What's up, y'all? I hope we didn't read this.
Hey.
It's kind of old, but whatever. What up, y'all? I'm writing all the way from Houston, so I'm under a lot of stress with nursing school and working 2 jobs. Woo! Lately, I have an
H-Town.
abundance of penis partners to choose from to release my stress, but I'm apprehensive about giving someone a chance. My personal experience with hetero sex is not great, and I'm tired of having to teach someone how to fuck me. Trust me, I get that you have to learn a person's body and what they like, but a lot of things I have to correct are just fundamental, i.e., no teeth on my clit, wet your fingers before you insert them, foreplay. Not to mention, I can't ever find anyone sexually adventurous like me. So all this energy in me is just bottled up. I've been feeling like my male partners are hella selfish and don't really consider sex to be for the both of us. I guess what I'm asking is, how do you pick a sexual partner that matches your energy? How do y'all cope with sexual frustration and lack of intimacy? Signed, just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Well, picking my sexual partner and making sure we're compatible, that I've just always kind of lucked up. I say this all the time. I don't really have a lot of horrible sex. Has it happened? Yeah. But for the most part, I can feel the man out or the woman based off of how we interact where we meet. Like there's a lot you can do with eye contact. And a lot of people who aren't comfortable with it aren't typically good at sex. That's what I have learned. If you can't look me in my eyes, if you can't say what you mean and mean what you say when we're talking, like I kind of just feel it out like that. Everybody doesn't do that. I've lucked up. Sexual frustration. When I decide to not have sex and I step out of the game for a minute, it's normally by choice. I don't normally have droughts, and it's because there just ain't no niggas. Because you are a woman, and men, it's easy to find men if you just want to fuck. Now, if you want a connection, then that's different. But I don't really deal with the drought part that well. And I don't remember the third part of her question. That was like a 3 or 4 part question.
How do you, basically just how do you deal with the sexual frustration? Like she has partners, she has them, but she needs them to be adventurous. Let me tell you what I do.
Sometimes you got to open your mouth and tell people what you want also.
And when all that shit doesn't work, this is what you got to do, because you got to look out for you. Ain't nobody gonna take care of you better than yourself sometimes. Get you some toys. Get you a Vesper. Use code Cocktales. Get a little engraving put on there. If you use the code, it's free. Get some toys and use those. And then that's going to help you like think clearly so you can be more focused when you going through your penis options. Then when you get with those niggas, you tell them, like the ones who aren't that adventurous, you're going to have to take the lead. Sometimes they might be open to it. They're just nervous. Believe it or not,
most of the time they are.
As they talk on the internet and amongst their friends and in songs and all that other stuff, they get shy and they might not want to run you off. So they may not want to tell you first. They'll be a lot more open if you say it first. And then also another thing I've noticed, even if they don't really want to try it that much, they don't want to seem weak in front of you. So like say it anyway and then just see what happens.
But also, if you do get your Vesper and you get the engraving on it, maybe you should put on there, you need a little help. And then when you pull it out, be like, read this. Or I got you. And then start playing it. I wish I would have got that on my, I got us, baby. Or you need some help. You know, niggas like toys. What you got to say, Antoine?
Because I want a nut too, is what you could put on there too.
Oh, period.
I'm agreeing with y'all. Like, this is a female thing.
But we don't have men on the show a lot, so we like to get their 2 cents.
Like if a girl was having sex with you and in her mind, she's thinking he's not very adventurous and you're just doing whatever it is you normally do. That's not extra. What would be a way for her to tell you, I want to try something more adventurous without it turning you off or weirding you out or anything? Yeah.
Messing up the mood.
I don't know. I guess you just have to show me, I guess.
Like just do it.
Tell me, just show me.
So if she wanted to like,
but she might want you to do something. She should just stick her finger in.
No.
Like, how does she let you know I want to try some more stuff? Or what if she wants your dick in her ass?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's something that, I feel like, just do this shit. Maybe he might like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just dudes that do like their ass ate and shit like that. I mean, I'm not into that personally, but guys like that shit. So just try it. You know, might spice up their relationship, and guys like that. Guys like different things. Like, you know, like when girls, certain women, they just keep it basic, and some men be like, and they go out the box. That's why some men cheat.
Well, the
'Cause
men aren't
certain
wanting
women won't do it.
anything more. They're not approaching her with anything more. And that's why she feels like they aren't adventurous. She wants to do more. She just doesn't know how to bring it up to them. So some things she might want them to do, not like, I want to go do something to you. She wants them to do something to her. So she can't just do it.
Right. So I guess
Well, sis, start telling these niggas because they don't be knowing how to talk. Also, have some sticky notes with you. I learned this from one of my girlfriends. Have some sticky notes with you. It was for intentions, but you can also, this will work in this situation. Let's say you want him to put his thumb in your butt. I'm gonna put my thumb in on butt. I want you to put your thumb in my butt. Fold the sticky up and put it in your panties. When he pulls down your panties, that sticky note is going to fall out. If you don't wear panties, put it in your bra. Tell him to read it. Boom. 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 I don't know any other better way. It's cute. It's sexy. It's a surprise.
It's like a fortune
Try
cookie.
it out. Tell us how it works. Yeah, it is. You don't have to say any words. It's just cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, try that out and let us know how it goes. And if it goes well, send us a cocktail. All right, you guys. So that's it for the advice this week. And it is time for us to move on to the cocktails. Remember, if you would like to share one of your sexual confessions, a crazy story, wild story, funny story, nasty story, then email it to us, cocktails.atl@gmail.com.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cup 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. One double D, so stuffing. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
Okay.
Right.
So I would really like to hear Antoine's cocktail.
Me too. I'm so excited. And I love when the guests go first. Go ahead, Antoine. Don't you dare say I don't know. Don't you dare say I don't know.
I got something. So I had a situation where I had this girl that played basketball. She had been maybe 6'4", 6'5", something like that. And the sex was a little weird because she was trying to how you about to hit from the back. She wanted to lean on the side of the bed. I couldn't do all that, because the ass was already
Hi.
kind of out of nigga's chest.
So what you do?
Yeah, so we had to do a lot of laying down sex. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We had to improvise. That's it. We improvised a little bit. But I probably will never date another, WNBA NBA player.
Did she ever pick you up?
No, she didn't pick a nigga up now.
You just got to get you a step stool. They got them on Amazon for $12.
I needed that. You ain't never lied. I needed it that night. That night I actually
some
did.
yearbooks or something.
I mean,
okay, so
or maybe even a swing.
Go ahead.
If you want to get real spicy, a swing.
Oh yeah.
But no, we improvised. I had to lay her down the whole time. I just had to do a lot of, different wild positions. So.
What were the different
Are
positions?
you from Pittsburgh?
Yes, I'm from the Burgh.
I just heard the accent come out. My whole family is from Pittsburgh. And I was just I just heard the way you said time. And I was like, he is from Pittsburgh. All right. Sorry. What was your question, Kiki?
I was asking what the positions were. You said you had to improvise.
A lot of missionary, man. And little side action and laying flat on her stomach action. And well, you know what? Hit it from the back on the bed was cool. Everything was regular except for just her wanting to be bent over on the, on the bed. I couldn't do all that. You know what I'm talking about?
So she was just a little too tall. She was 6'4", you said?
A little.
She was compared to me, I'm 5'1", right? So if she's 6'4", all my boys is 6'4", 6'5". They look like my security. So with her, it's she's day height. And it's but it's always like that when we go out. So she ended up liking me for some reason. And I didn't want to mess with her, and I did. And, we kicked it. And
when there's that big of a height difference, because I almost look at it like age difference. And I always, if I end up getting close, I like old men. And if we get close, I end up bringing up the age difference. I just have to, even if it makes it uncomfortable. Do you bring up the height difference? Does anyone ever do that?
Yeah. Yeah. nowadays, like, don't like I like all women, all shapes, sizes. I respect every woman, but it's just I can't. When you get too tall, it's like
We get it.
I can't do it.
Kiki and these lips.
But them be the ones that it's so crazy though, because them be the ones like, so my friends, we go out, my boys is always the ones that get the short girls literally be my height and will not
Yep.
look my
We're
way.
gonna be looking at that 6'4",
But then it's
6'5"
the tall
nigga.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah. But right, no, right. So then it's the tall girls that my boys be wanting with the big butts and fake looking bodies and all that extra stuff. They like me, so my boys be looking like, nigga, I want her, but the little short girl like me, and I'm like, well, the short girl don't like me, so what do you want me to do? So I ended up with the tall girls with the big butts, and
Oh,
it is what it is.
I love it. If you like it, I love it. So I'm going to read a cocktail. I don't have an OG cocktail for y'all today, but I think when I get back from Texas, I might have a few. The subject line is exploring my options. Hey, y'all. So let's get right into it. Recently, I've been trying to get out and date more. I downloaded every dating app you could think of so I can meet a few people. Those were a fail. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to see what comes to me. It's crazy when you let things flow naturally. Everything just falls into your lap. So my homegirl invited me to a Friendsgiving gathering right before Thanksgiving, and I figured I'd go since I haven't been going out lately. I'm glad I did because there were some young men there that I've never seen before in our group of friends. I inquired about one of them and she said he was single. As the night progressed, we started flirting and eventually exchanged numbers. A few days later, he invited me over. I went there and nothing happened, but the sexual tension was so thick, you could cut it with a knife. I didn't want him judging me, so I kept my kitty to myself. A few days later, I ran into another guy while at work and was instantly attracted to him. He had on the gray sweatpants, and you know exactly where my eyes and my mind went when he walked in. We exchanged numbers and began to communicate daily. I learned that he was from Houston, H-Town, but he was in town for a job assignment for a few months. I immediately thought, well, it's not like we're going to get married. This guy doesn't even live here, so I might as well fuck him. Not even a day later, and we were rolling around in the sheets of his hotel bed. But you know how you overhype things in your head and have expectations and things don't go exactly as you thought they would. Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. Yes, the dick was okay, but that's it. Just okay. This nigga didn't even make me come. I hate when that happens. You just got another body for no reason. So, you know what I did? I called the dude I met from the Friendsgiving that same night and asked, could I come over? I had an itch that needed to be scratched, and I wasn't going to stop until the mission was accomplished. I went home for a few hours, took a shower, and headed to his spot. When I got there was some fake conversation, and next thing you know, bam, his dick was down my throat. I sucked on his dick until he started to squirm, and right before he nutted, I stopped and hopped on that thing. From there, everything else was a blur. He fucked me so good, y'all. I literally felt like I wanted to tell him I love him. We got into it. And that we got so into it that he accidentally nutted in me. Oh, this is taking a turn for the worse. I might be sending y'all another cocktail in 9 months. Laughing my ass off. Overall, it was amazing. And you know I will be back to get another helping of that. Signed, if you can't do it, someone else will. That was so incredible. Thank you so much.
She said I might have another one in 9 months. All right. I'm going to add you to the prayer list, sis. Okay. I'm about to choke.
Yeah. That was intense. Woo. I hope he listens to this.
Okay, I'm gonna read one too. This is well, I can't say who it's from. Okay, so she says, hey ladies, I never thought I'd have a cocktail to send in, but last night my cousin's side dude licked my pussy so good I felt the need to share. How you gonna take your cousin's side dude? But okay. A little backstory. I unfortunately had to end a relationship with my ex at the beginning of this year. I haven't been too sexual this year due to being in a super fragile place. Before COVID caused my city to shut down, I made a Finsta page on Instagram. Finsta, for those who aren't aware, is a separate Insta account where you get your shit off with no judgment. This man and I would have casual conversation through there and text until one day I posted about liking nut videos. Oh, I get a notification and it's an invisible text from him. He sent me a slow-mo nut video. fire. I complimented him, and he gets to talking about how he hasn't eaten pussy in a while and how he hates to brag, but that's his specialty. I wasn't attracted to him, nor the slight bragging, so I only entertained the conversation so much before I stopped texting back. Fast forward to the summertime. I found out this guy and my cousin are friends. My cousin has a man, so I wondered how close they were. She is not aware that this man wants to put his tongue in me. She tells me he supplies her with weed and money when she needs it, but there's been no sex. Yeah, right. So anyway, months go on. So do the casual conversations. Nothing really changes until last night. He hits my line asking if I wanted to smoke. Now I'm always down to smoke, so I jump up immediately and get in the shower and get myself right with my honey pot wash and Be Bella exfoliating scrub. Girl, are they sponsoring you?
Shout out.
Right.
This is what I use.
Right. Well, in the shower, I'm texting the group chat with the details, and my girls basically are telling me to just prepare myself for anything. They also told me not to worry about him being my cousin's possible side piece because she shouldn't be cheating any fucking ways. I didn't see things going that far, but if the opportunity permits itself, then fuck it. He eventually gets there, and we smoke 2 finger-sized backwoods before he gets to rubbing on my thick chocolate thighs. Y'all, the first round ahead was so boring. I was pissed because before he got there, I popped some sheet orgasms and taste vitamins. I felt as if they were going to waste. After fake coming a couple of times, we smoked again. Somehow, his head ended up in my pussy again. But this time he clowned. It was as if he knew I was faking the first time. All I'm hearing is him moaning and complimenting me on how I taste. This man flipped, sucked, and rubbed it down. I backed it up, then we started all over again. Okay. He was eating me like a 5-course meal. You could tell that he truly enjoyed what he was doing. I had to slide off the couch to surrender. Lazily, I eventually walk him to the door and thank him for the smoke and head session. He says anytime and leaves. As soon as he pulls off, I get a text about how I taste so good and he will pull up anytime. Ain't no way my cousin is not getting a hit on him. Either way, I don't feel bad. Now I'm about to roll up and get some amazing sleep. Thanks for reading. I'm sorry this was so long. I needed it to be detailed. I love y'all. Be safe, happy holidays, and stay black.
We love you, Chico, but you're not going to be around my man. Trust no bitch. What?
Your damn cousin? Shit. But all right, girl. Thank you for the cocktail.
Cousin. Thank you. Those were good cocktails.
All right, you guys. Sure. Well, thank you so much, Antoine, for coming on. Can you let the groupies know where to find you?
The Morgan Brother, Instagram and YouTube. Don't do me like that.
You just caught what I said. Okay. Antoine Morgan on YouTube and Instagram. All right.
Do you have anything coming up that you want to plug real quick? Or are you good?
A movie,
we'll see it on your Instagram.
Show?
Yo, I really 2021 is gonna be big since y'all didn't know like who the hell I was for real.
You didn't either.
I'm just
it was mutual.
But next year we got next year I got a lot going on, a lot of different films coming out and stuff like that. So just stay tuned. I just want to keep people,
Perfect. Well, shout out to everything you have going on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, you guys. Well, as always, remember to subscribe to our Patreon so that you can see the bonus content that will be rolling out every single Monday. And make sure that you are following us on Instagram at Cocktales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
And I'm at Coffee Bean D.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye.